In today's class, we will be discussing about some of the strategies if you are looking for GATE 2026 examination. So, in this examination, in this lecture, this is the basic introductory lecture for everyone who are new and who are old. In this lecture, you will be getting some idea how to start ahead, and in this lecture, also we will read some of the revision aspects. अगर आपने पढ़ रखा है, if you have read something in the past, then it would be feasible for you to understand. This lecture would be in English kind of thing. So now for GATE examinations, if I talk about TF examination, so it comprises of mainly textile fibers, yarn manufacturing, fabric manufacturing, textile testing, and textile chemical processing. So this you all are knowing. So we have to read these five segments. What is the paper pattern? Paper pattern is MCQ based, MSQ based, NAT type. This is the paper pattern. How it is paper? This is 100 marks question paper. 100 marks question paper. How many questions? 65 questions. Out of which 10 question is from aptitude. 10 question aptitude part. Aptitude is general aptitude, what you are seeing in SSC CGL examination or basic examination. This 10 questions out of 15 marks. It is only of the aptitude part. In aptitude part, basically English comes. English, one paragraph, 4 to 5 line paragraph comes. In this, it is asked, what do you infer from the passage? Means, what is the meaning of the passage, or what you can refer from the passage, or something like that. They ask something related to English, and some of the questions come from synonyms. Means, questions related to the synonyms, antonyms, these types of things come, fill in the blanks types of things come. So you must have basic understanding of English, or this is simple. This doesn't have any syllabus. You just need to practice what you are seeing in the daily practices, or you can try for any of the mock examinations of SSC CGL or general aptitude, or for this you can try from test book also, or any of the free platforms also. You just need to do the mock paper. You don't need to study anything for this aspect specifically. In a reasoning aspect, what comes is A, B, C, D. So what sometimes it come from ki you need to say ki if ABC is written as some coding is done, coding question come ki ABC is written as XYZ, so how this can be written as. So in this way you can do these aspects also. So this is the basic question. Or some of the syllogism questions also comes ki if no cat is rat, no bat is sat, something like that. So conclusion one, statement 1, statement 2 is given, and conclusion 1 and conclusion 2 is there. So the four options are there ki only statement 1 is true, statement it is the right thing, ki on both conclusion 1 and 2 are true. So in this way it comes. So these are basics. If you have any doubts in this during the phase, then I will help you in this aspect. So this is the 15 mark question, out of which 5 marks questions are of 1 mark, and 5 questions are of 2 mark. 2 mark means 10 marks this question, or 5 marks this question, 15 marks. ठीक है, 15 marks question. So in this way you can score. And now talking about the TF segment. TF segment comprises of 55 questions. 55 questions means 85 marks. 85 marks question paper comes from here. It comprises of two parts. Two parts means mathematics and uh, TF core segment. So this 13 marks question come from here, and about 73 marks paper Question comes from here, TF segment, specifically textile segments. So for the math aspect, if I talk about engineering math aspects, so many of you were having the doubt ki how we will cover the math aspect also. So for mathematics part, I will tell you something. For the textile part, there is a very limited syllabus if you compare from rest other engineering background. So for engineering what are the most important? Differential equation. Since one of the student is from second year, so for Ankit it is very much beneficial if you have studied M1 and M2, M1, M2 and M3. If you have studied, this covers entire engineering mathematics part that is there in the gate examination. So differential equation in which complementary function particular integral is there. So CF plus PI अगर आप निकाल रहे होते हो, CF plus PI if you calculate about complementary function, how you calculate, you should know. For this in differential equation, some questions come for this aspect: dy plus dx plus py is equal to q. So this is a part of integrating factor. How we calculate the integrating factor? E ki power p dx, e ki power p dx we calculate. So y dot integrating factor is equal to solution of a function is equal to y dot integrating factor is equal to integration of x dot integrating factor का whole integration plus c करके आप calculate कर रहे होते हो. So this way the differential equation. So this is an important segment where 3 to 4 mark question comes. Rest, numerical methods you can note down right now what it would be beneficial for you. Ki you can watch this is the entire strategy. In this way, this is the technical session also. Ki I'm telling you what exactly the things that are coming in the gate examinations. You can cross verify from any of the years of the gate examinations. If you don't have trust or something, so you just go to the gate 2025, 2024, 2023 examinations, and my lectures are there on open platform. You can check that as well. So numerical methods in this questions comes from trapezoidal rule, trapezoidal rule or Simpson rule. Very important. Simpson rule. In Simpson's rule, 1 by 3 and 3 by 8 rule. Most of you have read all these things before. And basic differentiation and integration also comes. Differentiation and integration part is there. Also differentiation. Probability in probability what it is actually asked is normal distribution, normal distribution, Poisson distribution, Poisson distribution, it is asked. And these are major aspects if you talk about. So there are many other aspects if we describe, but these are the most important aspects that basically comes from this aspects. In differential equation, there are 2 3 methods that are basically asked. One is Rangakata method, वन इज एनआर मेथड, न्यूटन रॉप्सन्स मेथड. इसका क्वेश्चन आपको बहुत देखने को मिल रहा होता है. न्यूटन रॉप्सन्स, न्यूटन रॉप्सन्स मेथड. वाई एन प्लस वन, कैसे एक्स एन प्लस वन निकालते हो, तो आप किस तरीके से सोल्यूशन निकाल रहे होते हो. सो हाउ यू कैलकुलेट द सोल्यूशन इज आल्सो important. So these are important aspects. Now coming to the TF segment in core. So if I talk about the TF segment, so TF 73 में बताया आप. If I talk about तो question 1 to 25 1 mark question. This is 25 marks. And question 26 to 55 2 marks. 2 marks means 50 marks. In this, both maths and both maths and TF segment is covered in this aspect in 1 to 25 and 26 to 55. So what you will see, 3 to 4 questions are from math, and 2 3 questions are from math in this part also. So in 1 mark question, what it is basically asked, they ask direct. Direct means formula based. Formula based. In formula based means key in 1 mark question, there are two aspects in textiles. One is theoretical aspect. Theoretical, you can read, you can see from the previous years and you can solve. And one is numerical. In the numerical part, one is very tricky, means you have to thoroughly understand the concepts and then you can solve. And one is formula based. Example, if I talk about in GATE 2025 examinations, 1 2 questions were there. They told ki, you have to calculate TPI. TPI is twist per inch. Twist per inch you need to calculate. TPI is equal to twist multiplier into root NE. Root NE is what the key. Root NA is basically this is count in indirect count. So suppose that it is given as key twist multiplier is given as 5 or text is given as suppose that something is given, text is given as 10 text is given, so you have to calculate TPI. So how you will calculate TPI? So you can calculate text any, you can calculate from text to any. How you calculate from direct count to indirect count, we have read already. And if you are new to the class, so you can watch the lectures, or I will teach you separately ki how to calculate the basic calculations of textiles. If I calculate, so from for direct count to indirect count, what it is done is 590.5 upon text. So how you will calculate 590.5 upon text is how much? 10. So it comes out to be 59.05 NE. So you will put it into this 5 into 59.05. Whatever be the answer, it is directly TPI, twist per inch. So you can calculate this in this aspect. So this type of questions come in directly formula based types of things. Suppose that in dyeing aspect, how formula based questions is there? Suppose that it is given as in a fabric of 100 kg fabric weight. 100 carry fabric weight. Suppose the add-on is 5%. 5% add-on. 5% add-on means ki on the weight of fabric, 5% is added. 5% add-on of the dye. 5% add-on. So how much dye is added? 5% of this. तो 5 kg dye is 5 kg dye is added. ठीक है. Or suppose that it is given as ml ratio. Ml ratio is what? Material to liquor ratio. Means it is given as 1 is to 50. What is the meaning of ml ratio? Means for 1 kg of fabric, 50 liter of water is required. 50 liter liquor, water या liquor is required to dye, because for dyeing aspect you need liquor. So for 1 kg fabric dyeing, you need 50 liters of water to dye the fabric. So the fabric weight, suppose we have supposed the fabric weight to be 100 kg. So for 100 kg, it is how much? 100 into 100 into 50 liters. So how much for 1 kg fabric, 50 liter water. For 100 kg fabric, how much water is required? 500 liter. 5000 liters, sorry, 5000 liter water is required. And what you need to calculate, you need to calculate the GPL is what is gram per liter. In 1 liter, how much gram of the dye is required? So you need to calculate the gram. So how you calculate the dye in gram? You have calculated the dye in gram to be 5 kg. 5 kg is 5000 gram, and liter you have calculated 5000 liters. It is 1 GPL. I know some of the students you will not be able to understand, because this is some of the advanced things. Since you are new, so we will teach from the starting basics. So just for your understanding, ki how numerical comes, just to get you an idea, just to get you a touch, ki how we will read forward, and in the entire year how we will be meeting the things, and how we will be doing the things so far. So you just need to have an idea for this aspect. So coming to the part of our syllabus, ki 1 mark question, MCQ and MSQ. Some of what makes the paper difficult is MSQ question. MSQ is nothing but a but question where one or more options can be correct. A B C D is option is given in which one option can be true, two options can be true, three, four, all can be true at the same time. This is MCQ, but they don't have the negative marking. So, or in 2 mark questions, in 2 mark question, MCQ and MSQ, MCQ, MSQ, and in this MCQ, MSQ, and NAT type. NAT type means in this you need to fill the digits or answers for this aspect. So this you need to understand for mainly. So now what we need to see is key in NAT type questions. So for 2 mark questions, the difficulty is somewhat high. In difficulty high means key if I am saying acha 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 okay. So so we were discussing about 2 mark questions. In this, assertion and reason type of questions comes. Assertion, reason, this is somewhat high level questions. Just you need to understand each and every topic in detail. Each and every topic in detail means the 5 topics that I have told to you at the starting. You need to have a thorough understanding of each and individual aspects. Just don't be in that dilemma key. You will read the previous year questions and you will perform very good in gate examinations. This is just a myth as of now. For from 5 years from before now, the questions were all repeating and you just need to do the PYQs and everything will be fine. But now competition is high. Why competition is high? Because there is ample opportunities in the way ki from the last 3 to 4 years, many of the PSUs in the sense that are specifically taking TF examinations. You are getting a central government job for level 10. If you know, level 10 is a class A gazetted post, class A gazetted class A of rupees 56,100 basic pay. So this is the position is of the scientist B. If you know, so from many students from who studied last year as well, they performed good and they are appearing for this upcoming exam vacancy for gate 2025. Those who have appeared for gate 2025 examination, there are 28 vacancies in CSB. This is one of the highest vacancies so far. In textile is a small domain, and if you get 28 vacancies in one single department, and that too taking from the gate examinations, where many of the students already enrolling into masters courses and some other courses as well. So if you get a score greater than 800 for general category, greater than 800 for general category, then you have a very clear cut advantage for getting selected into these posts. And this is not at all a difficult, and if you prepare somewhat sincerely and systematically, this is not about reading much, this is reading is smart, learning is smart, है ना? So this way you need to do. And what are the other opportunities that you can look forward? CSB, Central Silk Board. This is Ministry of Textiles. Second one is DRDO, the Defense Research Development Organization. Same post, scientist B, level 10. Third one is BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards, level 10, scientist B. So these are the opportunities that you can look forward to. Rest other opportunities is NTC, National Textile Corporation. But from last few years, NTC is not a very good so far. But it is taking from this is a PSU. BIS, DRDO, and CSB are very good organizations. If I talk about other opportunities, M.Tech you can do in textiles. and lead as well. Lead in the sense, lead in the sense, if you don't have interest in textiles, then you need to score good in gate tf to get other branch in your master's courses. Since IEOR, Industrial Engineering and Operational Research, IIT Bombay, one of the best institutes in the in entire India and in terms of industrial engineering. IISc Bangalore, that we talk about, Industrial Engineering, Operational Research and Industry, and other MMGT course, Master of Management. This is a very good course. If I talk till now, NITI was there, but NITI is now converted into IIM Mumbai. So it did not take from your gate examination. It is rather taking from the cat examination. And if you are looking for PhD, IIM also take gate score for direct FPM program. FPM is fellowship program in management. 5 year courses there. 5 year courses there. In this 5 year, you get a degree equivalent to PhD program. So it takes it allows the gate TF score. The application comes around September or something like that. And in textile, the best institute is IIT Delhi. IIT Delhi is the best institute so far in the country, and the rest ones are NIT Jalandhar. You all are knowing these aspects. Now, how to prepare for this aspect, if I tell about. So, yarn many in textile fibers, what you need to read is you need to look forward for right from fibers, means natural fibers, synthetic fibers. What are exact properties of that fibers? What is the moisture regain of that fibers? Why it is so? Since in textile fibers, just in a story linked format, I am telling you. If you don't understand, don't feel shamed ki you don't understand. This is just the basics, and you will understand when we will read right from very starting and in detail. Then you will understand everything. So, if I tell you something, question asked, which fiber is known as queen of fibers? Then silk is known as silk. Silk is known as queen of fibers because silk is highly lustrous, and silk is a lustrous fiber. One student was asking, silk is and it is the only fiber found in the filament form. Silk is one of the silk is the fiber that is formed from the through the process of sericulture in Kerala and in Bengal and in the southern part. The silk is highly grown. In northern part, silk is not much. That is why silk is expensive. Silk. If I talk about the silk industry in particular, silk industry is one of the cruelest industry. If I talk about, because right from starting, a caterpillar pupa is killed in the live state when you it is put into the boiling water, and there it is killed. And why it is killed? So that when you take out, the filament should not break, and it should be wound on a single form. If I talk about, so silk is highly lustrous. Silk is has a high many mechanical properties. Spider silk is one of the silk that is used in protective textiles as well. If you are appearing for CSB interview, then this would be very much added advantage for you. So this is a natural fiber, if I talk about. And one natural fiber is what? Wool. Natural in this, in natural, this is comes in under animal fibers. Wool and silk and wool are comes from natural fibers. Wool is formed from sheep, and silk is formed from this through the process of caterpillar sericulture. So what is the exact process you need to understand? So cotton, viscous is what? Not a natural fiber, it is a regenerated fiber. Means regenerated fiber means it has not arrived from the nature. So means what you we are manufacturing, means through the process of our human intervention, this fiber is created. This is known as this viscous fiber is known as artificial silk. This is known as artificial silk if I talk about the viscous fiber in particular. So this because it resembles like silk, but but it is not exactly silk. Silk is a natural fiber. If I talk about synthetics, in synthetic what it is, this is synthetic में nylon हो गया, polyester, synthetic में nylon, polyester, acrylic, acrylic. What are the monomers that are used in these types of things? You need to understand. These are manufactured by which processes? These are manufactured by spinning lines. Spinning lines means कि melt spinning, dry spinning, solution spinning. Solution spinning is dry and wet. Dry spinning or wet spinning. This comes under solution spinning only. So melt spinning, in this spin, it is passed through the spinnerate. So I will show you slides in the next classes. Then you can see. I have taught in our lectures previously everything in detail. You can watch that lectures also, or I will teach you personally if you have any doubts as well. So just to give you an overview, it is prepared from these manufacturing lines, nylon, polyester, acrylic. तो इसमें आपको याद क्या रखना होता है? If I talk about what are the monomers you are taking for these, so this is important. So in which it is dissolved, acrylic is from in acrylic, this is it. What is the main component of acrylic? 85% acrylonitrile. 85% acrylo. Nylon is what? Two main important components, nylon 6 and nylon 66. What is the difference between nylon 6 and nylon 66? Both are synthetic fibers. The one difference is nylon 6 is formed from caprolactam. Monomer is caprolactam. And nylon 66 monomer is hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid. This is the monomer. What is the melting point of nylon 6? Melting point of nylon 6 is 215 degrees Celsius. Melting point is 250, 250, 265 degrees Celsius. This is the melting point. If I talk about the melting point, suppose that you get a nylon fabric, how we will distinguish it? It is a nylon 6 or nylon 6. How melting point is calculated, and how it is tested? It is tested through DSC test. DSC test is, you will read this in the testing aspect. DSC is differential scanning calorimetry. Differential scanning calorimetry में you test ki what is the exact melting point, and in DSC test you also calculate the crystallinity. Crystallinity, how you calculate crystallinity of a fabric? Crystallinity is what is the regular arrangement. It is calculated by the crystal. It is known as the crystallinity. Amorphous fiber has haphazard geometry or structure. If I talk about amorphous structure, this is the crystalline structure. So how we will calculate? So one is DSC, we calculate the crystallinity. And how crystallinity is calculated? It is calculated by XRD. XRD you must have read in the 12th examination, X-ray diffraction pattern. And if you have read physics part, X-ray diffraction. Diffraction and interference diffraction patterns are observed. You must have read. So diffraction patterns are observed. So in this way, this is the peak that is calculated. So in this peak, this is the peak. This is 2 theta peaks is observed. 2 theta इंटेंसिटी वर्सेस 2 थीटा का कर्व बना रहे होते हैं हम लोग. Then we calculate कि how this is formed, and the more the peak, this highlights about the crystalline part. And in this way we calculate the crystallinity. It is calculated by XRD. And one instrument is there is SEM. SEM is what? Scanning electron microscopy. In scanning electron microscopy, what it is there? Suppose you need to see a fabric, you see from bare naked eyes, then you see the only the front surface. If you want to zoom 10x, then how you will do? 100x. How you will do? You need to zoom this is basically scanning electron. From the electron images you see the microscopic and nano particles also. FESEM images, you see 1 lakh x zoom, 1 lakh times magnification, it is known as. Means what are the exact components you have added, what are the nanoparticles you have added in onto the fabric surface during the treatment. Why treatment is done? For enhancement of the mechanical and the chemical properties. So you can see all these structures from FESEM. FESEM is scanning, field emission is scanning electron microscopy. This is the magnification. And to see the morphological structure, morphology means you have read key the longitudinal structure of cotton fiber is this, the cross sectional structure is this. How cross sectional structure of cotton is seen means, suppose that you have a fabric, then you can't see the cross section. No, neither you can see the longitudinal structure. For that you see the FESCM images. For all natural and for all synthetic fabrics, you see polynosic structure, and you see triangular structure in case of silk. Brin is there. So how you see all these things? This is from the FESCM structure, means scanning electron microscopy. So this is important for both testing and the fibers part, that you need to understand the basics of all these things in particular. In yarn manufacturing part, what is there? Key, right from blow room till the ring frame. Till the ring frame, you need to understand how this entire line is formed and how this is formed. Ring frame is the last structure of this, and from the ring frame, this it comes into fabric manufacturing. Then in the ring frame, what you do, the winding, warping, then आपका fabric manufacturing, weaving, you do all these things. So this comes in fabric manufacturing. Fabric manufacturing comes in shuttle loom, shuttleless looms. In shuttleless looms there are air jet looms, rapier looms, water jet looms, so on and so forth. This is entire aspect altogether. And the chemical processing, once the fabric is made, it is gone through all these processes means it has gone through dyeing, printing, then finishing. It is the end product. Finishing a finished fabric is the final product. So how dyeing is done, what are the different types of dyes, what are the add-ons, how printing is done, what are the different types of printing, what are the different finishes means chemical finishes, mechanical finishes. In mechanical finishes there are calendaring and mechanical operations. In chemical finishings, waterproof finish, flame retardancy, waterproofness, how these are calculated, so on and so forth. This we read in the textile chemical processing part. I hope in this lecture you get an idea ki how you will read. We will read all these aspects in detail. This was just to give you a glimpse of the GATE examinations, since many of the students you are new to our classes. Just to give you an idea, this lecture was in English. If you have difficulty in understanding either English or Hindi, in both cases I have option for you. The If you directly reach out to me, I will help you to resolve this language barriers. Our objective is language should not be a barrier. Either you are from North India or South India, so you should read. And what is the main objective? To perform good in the GATE examination, and to get what we dream for. What we haven't achieved in our bachelor's or master's, we could achieve in our future. This is our main objective for the GATE examination or any of the preparation that we are doing. This is just a part of the life. This is not a life we dream for. This is just an aspect of the life we are in, and we should focus our best into this. And whatever the result with this is not in our hands, and whatever, just do best from your end, and rest. Believe in God, believe in yourself, and everything will take into place. And have faith. I hope you must have liked this lecture. You must have enjoyed this lecture. And if you have any doubts, you can ask. And else, thank you.